because you had lost some weight, and you're like, what'd you do? He's like, you just run for 5 minutes straight on the treadmill. I'm like, for 5 minutes straight, you run. Test.
My name is Blake Kleeman. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Curtin Maritime. I was a former fat kid. Still am a fat kid. My top weight was 320 pounds when I was a freshman in college.
I'm Matt Klingerman. I am the Director of Tax Accounting at Levinson Smith Huffman, and I am a former fat kid. And my top weight was 330 pounds when I was a freshman in college. And we're twins. Twins. 3, 2, twins.
Do it over again. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Twins.
Twins.
Twin. 1, 2, twins.
Twins.
1, 2, 3.
Twins.
We were just big. We were 8 pounds each as twins. At birth, which is pretty large for twins. From then on, we just grew fast, and we were big boys, and we had the appetite.
Well, it's such a culture when you're big to eat. That's your pleasure. And, man, it feels good. Nobody's going to deny that to eat. And if that's your fun thing to do, then that's what you do. And then if you're kind of encouraged to do it because you're a big kid, it's a circular thing where people think you should eat more because you're bigger, and you get bigger and you eat more.
Yeah, it wasn't that common. We'd go to a nice restaurant or out with friends, and they would order us the biggest steak as a challenge to eat. Or, see if we could eat 5 burritos at one sitting. Or, looking back, it was just, it was this thing that entertained others. And then going into college, both Matt and I went to play college football. So being big was a necessity, and it was allowed because of the sport we chose. That really ended the time where it was kind of fun to be big, or at least we could justify being big.
Yeah, I remember taking the Yellow Jackets, ephedrine.
Like diet fuel?
Yeah. It is unbelievable how little information there was at this time. So 2001, 2002, we didn't really have the internet to look up information. And so when you're left to your own devices about losing weight, you have no idea how to do it.
We tried vegetarianism, intermittent fasting, really everything. It was just, don't eat, right? And, I felt like me and you did a pretty good job. We were very disciplined humans, and we did a good job of not eating.
Yeah.
We didn't really learn how to work out for fitness. That would come many years later. I remember the first time I ran a mile and thought that was a big deal. That was a big deal. I accomplished that mile. I was in basketball shoes, so my legs hurt really bad afterwards.
Yeah, I remember being in the gym, and you had told me, I think at college, you're like, oh, because you had lost some weight, and you're like, what'd you do? He's like, you just run for 5 minutes straight on the treadmill. I'm like, for 5 minutes straight, you run. Like, the whole time, no stopping. And you're like, yes, I do every day. And so I remember doing it every day and being like, man, such an accomplishment, which it is.
So now we're 20 years past high school, 22 years past high school. And really, if I think of, when I kind of look back at the journey to be 215 and what I would deem a really healthy weight and a fit weight right now, and people ask me, what are the secrets to success? I would say, making things fun, right? Like we always had a good time working out and challenging ourselves and trying new things. We were never limited by oh, you can't do that, or your body will go into starvation mode, or, I have to eat meat.
Yeah, I think it's prioritizing, there's the eating side, prioritizing protein, and keeping track of your calories. Blake told me this a long time ago, if you want to do anything, the first question is, where are you at right now? Like, you want to go to, we're in Long Beach, you want to go to LA? Well, you have to know you're in Long Beach in order to know how to get to LA. Yeah. So, know where you're at right now. That means how much you eat, how much should you eat. Like, start there. And
what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, really identify a target. Do you want to run long ways? Do you want to run fast? Do you want to just your blood work to be good? Do you want to fit in those jeans? Like, what does he really want? Because, the one thing we found doing all the things we do is like, setting a good goal is really important, because if you don't understand what you want to look at or do at the end, what you're doing along the way may not get you there.
One of the most powerful thing I think is brick by brick. You stack bricks on top of each other, and there's nothing fast about any of it. Yeah. But that's what's also the amazing thing, because I can skip a workout or have a bad day eating or a few bad days, but you just can't tear down the building very fast. You can't build it very fast, but you can't tear it down. And that's very encouraging because I thought it was. I thought it was like you just get lucky or you get lucky the opposite way and you just kind of are subject to the winds of life, and that's not true.
Yeah.
Blake's told me many times over the last, like, success is not linear. It's not straight up. It's not straight down. There's a lot of ups and downs along the way. So if you keep pointing up, that's where you'll end up going. But along the way, you'll have some sideways, some downs, some setbacks. But you aim up, it's amazing. And that's another thing why you got to keep some records, because, man, you get discouraged and not think you're making progress when you really are. And the people around you and stuff should be encouraged. That's why it's critical to get the people around you to encourage you to say, what are you talking about? Look how far you've come. When you want to be like, oh, man, nothing's working.
Yeah, I would say, if I were to unpack what the key to success is just community, putting yourself in the right community that prizes health, wellness, movement, get you out there every day and do those things, not isolate yourself and surround yourself with people with have had bad habits that you fall into, because it's your thoughts create action, your actions create habits, and if you just create a couple of good ones. Me and Matt have been fortunate to create a lot of good habits over the last 20 years that now we kind of just fall into constantly. And a lot of people want to tell you like, oh, here's the way to success in losing weight. You drink a lot of water. You eat only vegetables. The reality is, you got to do what works for you, and that's taking, learn by doing. Right? Yeah. We talk about that a lot. Just go, start doing something. If it's not working, do something else. If it's not working, do something else. And that's how you achieve things. Is just learn by doing. None of us were good at this. Yeah. When we started, at 320 pounds, we didn't know what we were doing, and now I would argue we still don't know what we're doing. We tried enough things that we do a lot of things right, but we're still learning every day. We're committed to the learning process and what makes our body different and better. How did me and Matt lose 250 pounds collectively and keep it off? We just did it. And that's to boil it down. We do it. And, we would love to be part of a bigger community that did it, and we encourage those around us to do it. And, if you wake up every day and really having a goal and attempt and start taking steps towards that, it's one small step. I always have this saying to everyone I work with is, the next 5 years is creating the next 5 minutes. So do the things in the next 5 minutes that are going to get you a little closer to your goal.
3.
Twins.
Good. I think that will work.
Yeah, that was good.